Hi Libra. So this is going to be your January 2022 career and money reading. So we're just going to be taking a look at what energies could be popping up for you this month, or themes surrounding career and money for January 2022. Come on. These cards are always so hard to shuffle. That's fun. All right, so what can my Libras expect this month, January 2022, surrounding career and money? What can they expect regarding career and money for January 2022? All right, so you got the Medicine Guardian, which says be open to healing information. You've got the Shield Maiden, which says make plans and focus. And you've got the Traveler, which says move in a new direction. So we're going to pull some clarifiers using my tarot deck. All right, so what can my Libras expect surrounding career and money, January 2022? Oh, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, got Three of Wands, the Emperor, the Six of Cups, the High Priestess, you got the Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Page of Cups. All right, Libra, so this first row here, you have the Medicine Guardian, which says be open to healing information. It's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. So with the Seven of Pentacles being here, I mean, this card is like the growth and like patience card. Like, it pretty much says keep working, your time is coming. Just keep putting in the work. In terms of career and money, it's asking you to remain patient and be satisfied with the work that you've put in thus far. You can very well get to where you need to, but you need to have some patience. There's more work that needs to be done. It can also talk about like feeling disappointed a little bit in terms of like where you are in your career or with your current job, and kind of feeling like maybe you should be further along than where you currently are. But again, you just got to trust that this is part of the process, and nothing comes easy. This is going to take work. It's going to take time, and not to be so hard on yourself. Be proud of what you've accomplished so far. So yeah, and then the Emperor card it's basically telling you it's time to take action. And if you're looking for a sign to take action, this is it. It basically is encouraging you to like be more aggressive regarding issues related to your career. And the Queen of Swords, she represents honesty, decisiveness, which I think is funny because, Libras get a bad rap in terms of like they can never make a decision because they don't really know what they want. But you got the Queen of Swords. So, this is the card of decisiveness. So it's asking you to basically seek advice from like a trusted colleague or, someone in your industry, someone that you trust, and just make sure you're taking like a logical approach towards your finances and your goals. It also says like if any sort of like contract or agreement or opportunity presents itself, really take your time to go over it, think about it, read the fine print, and make sure like you are making decisions based on facts rather than your grand vision. So I think it's interesting because this card is basically reiterating what the overall theme of this row is about, which again is being open to healing information. So this is a time where you need to be patient with yourself, Libra, not to be so hard on yourself, to be proud of the work that you've put in thus far, of where you are right now. And if you are feeling stuck or unsure what your next move should be in terms of like your career, definitely, again, be open to healing information. Be open to reaching out to people that you trust for advice. And if not, like, I feel like being open to healing information, even if it's not like talking to someone that you trust, it could just be like maybe praying or asking, spirit for help or guidance, for signs. Just be open to signs that could possibly help you. And if you are in a place where you feel like, man, I should be further than where I am, what should I do next, like what are the next steps, just be open. Libra, the next row here you have the Shield Maiden, which says make plans and focus. It's clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Tower card. So the Three of Pentacles is the card of like success and like new doors opening. And in terms of career and money, it does state like, your career is about to present you with new opportunities. So apply for the job that scares you. Or, if you have your own business, let people know that you're available. And if you haven't started your own business, but you maybe want to, now is the time to start taking steps towards building your business. It's time for you to shine, but you need to make plans and focus in order for that to happen. The Six of Cups card is like the harmony and like the memories card. So I feel like what this is saying is now might be a good time for you to spend time with like friends and family, maybe even children, because that's going to help you feel good. It's going to help get the creative juices flowing for you. And then you have the Tower card, and this card is, a change of some sort. It's like a sudden change. It's like an ending. So, I mean, this could be like a change in your finances. It could be a change in your career. Maybe something ended. I mean, the Six of Cups is here. So, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily rule out the possibility of an ending occurring recently, maybe with a old friend or whatever, some relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if there has been like an ending recently. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but there is a possibility since they're both here. But if that's not the case, then again, this could be like a change or an ending concerning your job or like, a change in your finances. It could also mean like a change in your perspective, a change in how you think about things. And I think that's why the make plans and focus card is here. Like it's time, you know what I mean? Like you've been in a place where you feel like you've been putting in this work and maybe you're not where you should be, but I think this is saying like now is the time to, for you to shine basically. You just need to make plans and focus and be about it. The last row here, Libra, you have the Traveler card, which says move in a new direction. And it's clarified by the Three of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups. So I think it's really interesting that the overall theme of this message is move in a new direction. The first card that is clarified by is the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands is all about expansion and growth. And when we talk about this card in terms of career and money, this card definitely can represent you traveling for work, working with people in different states, overseas. It could also signify you considering moving for work. And obviously that's not for everyone, but it is a possibility. It can also just represent like just exciting collaborative opportunities for you. And then with the High Priestess and Page of Cups being here, it's pretty much saying listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self. Like ultimately, the answer is yes, of course. You can spend time with friends and family. You can even maybe go to friends and family for advice and their opinion on what they feel like maybe you should do. But ultimately, this is saying you hold the answers. At the end of the day, if you just have the confidence to trust in yourself. You have the answers. You know, it might take some time, might need to think about it a little bit, but you do have the answers. And, you know, the Page of Cups is here. You know, this is like messages coming in. This is like, you know, exciting new opportunities on the horizon, you know, becoming more confident, being open to receiving messages. And it ties in heavily with the High Priestess. And I love that they are like right next to each other, because to me that means like, because this card represents like being open to receiving messages from spirit and from the divine, and like using your intuition and like just moving in a new direction, collaborative opportunities. It's just pretty much saying like, you know, pay attention, use your intuition, be open to receiving messages from spirit. Like it could be synchronicities, you could be seeing repeating numbers, you could be seeing symbols, whatever. But I think using your intuition in terms of what your next career move should be is going to be best at this time. But just looking at this spread, I think what it's saying is like, now is your time to shine. You just need to focus. You need to just, you know, have confidence. And I think what's most exciting is that, like, again, like with the Tower moment being here, I did state like that could represent some sort of change or ending. And then the very next card is moving a new direction. So, I mean, there could be some sort of change or ending that has, you know, taken place where it's causing you to move in a new direction. It doesn't even have to mean like physically moving in a new direction. It could just be like a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like changing your perception, changing how you think about things, like moving on to something new, changing the way you do things regarding business. So, I mean, there's so many possibilities. I pulled an extra card for you. You got the Shaman, which says trust in higher forces, and we're gonna pull some. We're gonna pull some clarifiers. I mean, already you have the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. I mean, that alone talks about trusting in higher forces, listening to your intuition, being open to, you know, receiving messages and things like that. First card out is the Page of Wands. Again, some sort of message coming in. In terms of career and money, you know, this card talks about just making sure you have a plan in place. You are mindful of your time management. You are making sure you're able to deliver on your promises. You're not spreading yourself too thin. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think it's interesting because, I mean, my cards almost never come out in reverse. So the fact that this is in reverse, this is a message that you need to hear, Libra. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's asking you to focus on what you can control when things feel a little bit chaotic. And it's asking you to also question yourself, like, you know, are you refusing to let something go? Are you resisting growth? And, you know, and it basically says like, you know, this is a period of time where things are changing around you and things might feel uncomfortable, but just know that it's temporary. And whatever is ending now, it's going to create space for something new to come in its place, which I think is interesting because you have the Tower card here. We just talked about something ending or changing for you. So don't, you know, if that's happened, just know it's for your highest good. It's going to be replaced with something better, more opportunities, more money. And then you also got the Hermit card. The Hermit card talks about solitude, wisdom, taking a look within for answers, taking the time and the space to connect with yourself, which is basically bouncing off of the High Priestess energy. Like I said, the High Priestess energy is about like trusting your intuition, trusting in your higher self. Like the Hermit isn't too far off from that. Like it's asking you to like look within, you know, for those answers and just kind of maybe do some self-reflecting. But ultimately, you do need to trust in higher forces at this time. You need to be more confident. And you need to be confident that everything is going to be okay. You know, maybe you're doing some soul searching, you know, and maybe at this time, like meditation or long walks can help you tap into your divine, to help you tap into that inner wisdom, if that is an area that you feel like you might be struggling with. The Hermit card also emphasizes that like working alone at this time might be best for you. I don't think it means literally like working alone. I think it could mean you not relying so much on anyone else's opinion or answers. You need to become more confident. You need to trust in your higher self. You need to trust that you do hold the answers. You need to have more confidence when it comes to making decisions and trusting in yourself in terms of like your opinion on things and what is the next best move for you. You know, and looking at all these cards, Libra, I really feel like what it's saying is, like I said, Libras tend to have this reputation of not knowing what they want, being indecisive. And I think overall, what this reading is saying is that it's time for you to start being a little bit more aggressive in terms of what's best for you. You don't need to rely on other people. Yeah, you don't need to rely on other people in terms of what's best for you. And I think looking at these two now, I think that's really what it's saying. Like you, and that could be what the Tower moment and the Six of Cups energy is representing. I feel like it could be saying like you don't need to rely on anyone else's opinions or suggestions. Yeah, sure, you can talk to other people that might make you feel good in the moment, but ultimately, do they really know? I mean, this is your life, this is your career, these are your finances. Only you know what's best, and that could be the change that you're going through. Maybe you have to learn how to trust in yourself. Maybe you have to learn how to trust in the divine a little bit more. Less trusting of people. Oh, the camera cut off on its own. I don't even know where I left off, but yeah. Don't be resistant to change in this period. Be open to healing information, trust in higher forces. Don't be afraid to move in a new direction and make plans and focus. Now is your time to shine, Libra, and be more aggressive when it comes to making decisions about your career and your life. Own it. You don't need anyone else's opinion or permission or whatever. You don't. You need to like look within. You need to trust your own instincts, trust your own intuition. And again, if that's something that you struggle with, try different things that can help with that, such as going for walks in nature, or just going for walks alone, or meditating. I can feel like the feeling of not knowing what you should maybe do next, but I really do think you should just have a little bit more confidence in yourself, Libra, because you'll figure out what's best for you. Like you hold the answers. Like you're going to know what to do. I think this is just like referring to you might be going through a period right now where you're learning to rely more so on yourself and your own opinion and being confident in yourself and not looking for answers in other people or not needing validation from other people. You're stepping into your power. It's time for you to become more confident. It's time for you to listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, and don't be so resistant to certain changes that might be happening in your life right now. So that's what I have for you. Definitely hope it resonates. But again, if not, check your moon, rising, and Venus placements to see if there's any other messages for you. But this is what I have for your career and money reading for January 2022. Thank you so much for watching, Libra, and I will see you guys in my next reading.